guys, I'm not Zlatan. I'm not Zlatan, okay?
You may be wondering how we got here. For most people, he's just a cartoon, a childhood memory, a symbol of innocence, a mouse who built an empire out of joy. For me, he became something else. This isn't about a character. So what happens when something meant to represent joy becomes a reminder instead? I am here to tell my story. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are now arriving in Farouk's place. Please fasten your seatbelts. You are going to
my island. Hope you like me. You ain't me.
Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm finally introducing a series that is dear to my heart. This series is basically think peace on everything.
How did this all start?
What a good question. Mental illness.
It's so crazy how like things that you love so much could turn into something that is like a trigger to you and you just don't want to ever like think about in your life. For me to get you to where I am right now regarding Mickey Mouse, I need to walk you through my childhood.
Okay, so let's start off with your childhood. Tell me how it was.
The fact that Mickey Mouse had in my life was like I used to be obsessed with Mickey Mouse. I used to like when growing up we had this cute playground in my house and I used to call it my clubhouse. Like even categorize my friends as Donald, Daisy, Minnie, like just excited, like just regarding how much I love it and all of that. And so like growing up, my mother used to enable my obsessions. So every single time I was obsessing over a specific film or cartoon, she would get me an item of that movie or like film or whatever.
I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it.
So she got me this cute ass Mickey Mouse water bottle. I loved this bottle. Like I went everywhere with it. I went to school, Islamia, like even on a random outing like that, I didn't need a water bottle. I would carry that water bottle there and I used to like show everyone my coolest water bottle. It was like very cute and it was like themed for it was more of the Mickey Mouse of like the older generations, like the 90s, and then it was like really cute because it was like, oh, this is not the Mickey Mouse I know because I didn't watch those ones because I'm young, I'm very pretty. So I used to commute to school with a bus, and in that bus, not trying to say I was the ringleader, but I had a designated seat.
Get out my face, bro!
So whenever I sat on the seat, I would like leave the window open. I've always been a windows down person. I used to leave the windows open and like I'm very chatty, so would like be chatting in the bus, having fun, kicking and all of that. And then there was this amazing lady that used to like be with us in the bus. So this babe was like really amazing. I loved her down. Like she used to like be part of our conversations and kiki with us and move on. And then so one random day we were like talking and then my bottle fell from the window. Right, I told you the windows are always open. My bottle fell from the window and I started crying and I told this lady that my bottle fell. Like, girl, help me. And then she told the bus driver stopped. No, she told the bus driver to stop. The bus driver does not know what is going on in this situation. He stops and then she's like, she wants to pick up something, and then she does stop to pick up something, and then the distance in which she got him to stop and where my bottle fell is a bit far. So when we stopped, she had to like walk to get it and all of that. And while she was walking to get it, he asked us what was going on, and then they now told him that, oh, Farouk threw his bottle and all of that. And then he started cussing me out and I was already crying, so I started crying even more and all of that, and it was just like really bad. He was reversing while cussing me out, and then while he was reversing, he hit the lady that went to pick up my bottle. Yeah, when he hit her, she fell on like heavy, like there were rocks around where she fell, so like it badly injured her. She had like her kneecaps were out. I'm not trying, like I genuinely believe that I know I was young, but then that memory is like stuck in my head. I can still remember like her kneecaps bleeding and seeing how white her kneecaps were. It was like so bad. This lady was crying. She was crying, and while she was crying, I was like crying even more because like now I'm like overstimulated because how did we get here? And I'm just like revisiting like my whole life. Mind you, I was like 7, 8, so I didn't really have much to revisit. And while she was crying and I was crying, she handed me back my bottle, and I'm like, girl, this is not the time to hand me my bottle. Like, what are we going to do about your legs? Still talking about this now, I really feel so bad. And you know, the reason why, what even makes the experience even more fucked up is that that day that my bottle got lost and all of that, it was on a Friday. This lady was meant to get married on a Sunday. She was meant to get married on a Sunday. On Monday when we came to school, the bus driver continued cussing me out. Like,
I don't know why the fuck you smiling, cause ain't shit fucking funny on real.
like this man was on my ass and all of that, and blamed me for what happened to her. And he also told me that she isn't getting married anymore. They've called off the wedding.
I gotta go my own way.
She couldn't walk for a bit because, like, you know, her kneecaps were injured and all of that. That happened and it really fucked me up. I hated Mickey Mouse. I didn't even want to go to the bus anymore. Like, I just hated how much guilt I felt regarding it, because as much as my bottle did fall, like, I mean, looking in hindsight, looking back, I am able to understand that it wasn't my fault. Like, it was an experience that did happen. Like, I mean, my bottle falling was the catalyst of it, but then I wasn't the person driving, I wasn't the person who hit her. And even when that happened, I feel like I was still not in the space to be cussed out, because I will remind you, I was in primary school. As much as I cannot necessarily remember what year specifically, but I know I was in primary school, so I was young enough to not carry that guilt with me. But then till this day, I still feel immense guilt. And like every single time I think the reason why I say I don't fuck with Mickey Mouse anymore is because every single time I think of Mickey Mouse, I do think of that lady, and I do not have any means of communicating with her. I don't know if she's doing fine. I don't know if she was able to move past the injury that did happen to her. Does she hate me for what happened to her?
No good deed goes unpunished.
Does she blame me for her not getting married? And just, you know, when you look at it, so no gonna,
Fuck, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm still in the motherfucking house.
and then, like, you know, just when I think about it, it's just really so much for me to think of. So like till this day, like after that experience, I never used that bottle again.
I gotta go my own way.
Video isn't necessarily talking about my hate for Mickey Mouse. It's more of the things that did happen that just impacted me in a certain way. And I wouldn't call it PTSD, because as much as it did traumatize me, I don't want to diagnose myself with anything.
Yeah. People ask me why, and I ask them, why not?
Because if I am going to start diagnosing myself with something, first, trust me, the first one wouldn't be PTSD. Anyway, and yeah, I feel like this is like the first time I'm actually thinking about this or speaking about this, and I don't necessarily feel as much guilt as I used to, and that's growth. That's growth.
Viewers' discretion is advised. You are about to be presented with the trigger of this think piece. This piece of media had Farouk lost in a trance and fully incapable to escape for 45 seconds.
Oh, my sweet Figaro, you know I love you so. So cuddly and so furry, just love to hear you purring. Cream puff and petals, dear. My heart's full when you're near. When I see you play, I just wanna say, my furry Valentines, won't you please be mine? I'm sweet on you all the time. I heart my furry Valentine.
And I really love this series. And you know, I am making this series as a consolation prize of not still giving you guys the vlogging through it series. So yeah, I can't wait to give you guys more, just because I feel like this is easier for me to do. Yeah, but so that's my life. Thank you for tuning into Disney Channel. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and you know, expect more from me. Okay, see ya. Don't leave the island though, but see ya.